Anna from Craft Me a Card, and as always, I love crafting for the crafter, and that is you. So today I am celebrating with Stephanie over at NC Mountain Momma her first year anniversary here on YouTube, and with what great joy I am joining in the fun with this collaboration that includes prizes on all channels, so make sure you participate. Drawings are going to be taking place on June 11th, so you have some time to visit all the channels. Stephanie has challenged us to create something with flip-flops. Of course, as a card maker, I will be sharing this cute flip-flop card using some alcohol inks, and also I was able to use some, drumroll please, pressed dried flowers. It's like when you discover you like avocado and you want everything with avocado. That's how I am with these pressed dried flowers. So join me as I share how I created this cute card and also the prize I will be raffling on June 11th. Okay, so the first thing I do is take out some photo paper. I will be working on the back side of the photo paper for the alcohol inks. If you work on the front side of the photo paper, it tends to stain a little more, give you less time to work with, so I decided to work on the back side of it. Here you could see how it stains. The colors I will be using are Pool and Tranquil. Tranquil is a pearl alcohol ink, so it has a little ball at the bottom, and you just want to make sure that you move that bottle around as best you can to make those powders move, those pearl powders move. I will also be using some 99% alcohol, and this is just to water these colors down and make them more flowy. So I add some drops of each color onto the photo paper. And with a blowing tool, I go ahead and I move these colors around, making sure my whole piece is completely covered. This is going to be the background of my card. And I just love the movement that the alcohol inks create. It really reminds me of the movement of water. So I thought it would be the perfect background for this card. Okay, one thing I have loved about this no spending year is that it has pushed me to use my Cricut a little bit more. And here I found some flip-flops, and of course they had to be free, so these are the ones that were free, and they are perfect. So I go ahead and I resize them for them to fit on my A2 size card. I cut them out of pink paper and just make sure they fit on my card base. So looking for a way to give these flip-flops some touch of reality, I wanted to make the straps a little 3D. I decided to push some tissue paper, green tissue paper, through the holes where the straps belong. And to fill this up and just make it 3D, make it pop out, I just went ahead and I stuffed a little bit of that same tissue paper along with a little bit of glue, and look how cute that looks. So I stick them down lightly and I take them off to ink the edges just to give them a better finish. Then I grab some glue and I stick them onto the alcohol inked piece. Now bringing in the hot glue gun, I go ahead and I take my pressed dried flowers. Keep in mind these are real flowers that have been pressed. I go ahead and I stick these down right in the middle of where the straps meet. Love, love, love how this looks. I cannot express how happy I am with how this looks. Okay, now let's put it on the card base. I bring in my card base, and this is a 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch card. The first layer I stick on it is a pink one, and this is the same piece that I cut my flip-flops out of. I feel the background still needs some type of color, some contrast, so I go ahead and I take that same green tissue paper and I add it to the top layer, which is the one that I work the alcohol inks on. Using some liquid glue, I do bring in my mixed media glue since this paper is photo paper. And that gives this card just a little more interest, a little more pop of color. But what if I don't have a die cutting machine? Well, do it manually. Draw an 8 and then erase the inside of it and then just cut around and just even it out. And for the straps, I did some key points here, and then just with the crafter's knife, I cut it out, and there is my sandal. I also went ahead and I die cut "You're Awesome," and then with an alphabet die, I cut out the letters for the word flippin'. If you don't have dies that would work for this, you could go ahead and print the sentiment out. It would still look cute. done it many times. Adding some liquid glue to the back again with some mixed media because this is a photo paper. I went ahead and I stuck these down. And then just for some added fun, I got my glossy accents and I added some all over the place to make them look like drops. Glossy accent dries dimensional, so that's always fun to add to maybe sentiments or in cases like this to make them look like raindrops or tears. Many uses for glossy accents. You can also use it as a glue. And this is my completed card. And yes, do not think I forgot about the prize. I will be raffling this awesome little stamp set here from Inka Dinka Do. They're flourishes, which always come in handy. I like to add pearls where you see those circles, either for a background on a scrapbook page or a card. And I also want to include one of my pressed flowers. I am going to be sending this beauty along with the stamp set to you. I would just really like someone that is also a crafter to admire how wonderful this is. And you can add this again to a scrapbook page, to a junk journal, to a card. Many uses for these beautiful flowers. And they're always wonderful to admire. All right, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you go and you visit all the collaborators and good luck on winning a prize. As always, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell, like, and comment. Through our subscribers is how we find validation for what we share on YouTube. That's why it's so important for us, for you to subscribe. As always, I hope you get inspired. I hope you create and be happy. See you next time. Bye-bye. Ew, Shrek's wax. Ew.